It's my immense pleasure welcome you all for this optical communication lecture series. So now under second unit, transmission characteristics of optical fibers purely deals with various types of losses as well as various types of dispersion. So from this presentation, let us discuss about scattering losses, why that scattering losses are arises, then how to rectify those scattering losses like that. So this disclaimer is applicable to all the listeners, those who are all listening in online platform. After listening this lecture, students may be able to understand about absorption and scattering losses which is exist in our fiber optical cable. So from this slide, let us discuss what is meant by scattering loss, why that scattering losses are arises, and then different types of scattering losses. So scattering losses mainly arises because of minute variations, very small variations exist in our fiber optical parameter like material density, compositional fluctuations and structural inhomogeneities and defects occurring during fiber manufacturing process. So once let us discuss in depth. Material density means they are all semiconductor material, we are all very much aware. So compositional fluctuation in the sense a single fiber optic cable fabricated by different composition of semiconductor material. So why we are going for the different compositional material means then only that fiber optic cable produce efficient results. So the very basic necessity is that fiber optical cable should be transparent. Fiber optical, especially fiber optical core, should be transparent manner. In order to get the transparent thing, we need to go for several compositional. There are several formulas are there, semiconductor formulas are there. We need to taken into account those compositional ratio, then only we select that material. So that's why we are going for compositional fluctuation. Why we specifically taking that compositional means then only we should get transparent fiber core. So once we get transparent fiber core means we can easily transmit light signal without any losses. The transparent fiber core alone produces reliable results. So that's why we are going for that compositional ratio. So in that compositional ratio there are certain fluctuations occur. Then structural inhomogeneities in the sense material density again refers material density, that material density may be varying from point to point. These are all the major root cause for occurring scattering losses. Now let us discuss different types of scattering losses. Scattering losses broadly classified as two different types. One is linear scattering losses, another one is non-linear scattering losses. Then based on that individual performance and the minute variations, it has been classified as further two types. First one is Rayleigh scattering, then second one is Mie scattering. Then coming towards non-linear scattering, again it has been classified as two major types. First one is stimulated Brownian scattering, another one is stimulated Raman scattering. In the two more point of view, they may be asking question like differentiate SBS and SRS. So we should be clear about SBS represents for stimulated Brownian scattering, SRS represents for stimulated Raman scattering. Now let us discuss what is meant by Rayleigh scattering. So we are all very much familiar about glass is fabricated by, I mean fiber core is fabricated by several semiconductor material. Those semiconductor material also randomly connected to themselves. That random connected molecules structure naturally contains regions in which molecular density, that molecular density is either neither higher or lower to average density in the glass. Then only that structural material density variations happen. So as of now, the fiber core is fabricated by pure transparent semiconductor material, transparent glass which is fabricated by semiconductor material. Those random connected network consists certain molecular density. That molecular density is neither higher or lower to average density. Since glass is made of several oxides such as silicon dioxide SiO2, germanium dioxide GeO2 and phosphorus pentoxide P2O5. So with respect to that compositional, there are certain variations occur, that is called as compositional fluctuations. Above mentioned two in addition with above mentioned two reasons, I mean randomly connected network and then molecular density variations, then compositional fluctuations. In addition, due to the refractive index variations from point to point also, the Rayleigh scattering may be arises. Then this refractive index variation also cause Rayleigh type of scattering. So based on that above mentioning, if I want to measure the if I want to mention that quantitative value means we need to go ahead for these equations. So that scattering loss for single component is given by alpha means attenuation losses. Alpha scattering is equal to 8 pi cube divided by 3 lambda power 4 n square minus 1 to hold the square kb into TF into beta T, where n means refractive index. Right from first unit itself we keep on mentioning that parameter. Kb means Boltzmann constant, beta T means isothermal compressibility, Tf means temperature fluctuations. These three parameters may be new for this second unit. Anyway, Boltzmann constant we right from plus 2 itself we came across. We should be aware about that value also. So another representation of the same single component scattering equation represents as alpha scattering is equal to 8 pi cube divided by 3 lambda power 4 into n power 8 p square kp tf beta t. So in addition, compared to previous equation, one more new parameter exists, that is called as p, photoelastic coefficient. Then followed by scattering loss for multi-component glass is given by alpha scattering is equal to 8 pi cube divided by 3 lambda power 4 del n square whole square into del v, where del n square represents for mean square refractive index fluctuations, where del v represents for volume of fiber. Then another one type of scattering represent as Mie scattering. So why that Mie scatterings are arises? What are the root causes? So if we look into answers for this question means structural inhomogeneities and defects during fiber fabrication. Why that structural inhomogeneities and then defects are arises are? What are the root cause for these two things? The reasons behind of that structural inhomogeneities are trapped gas bubbles, unreacted starting materials, and crystallized region. Now, we specifically, if we look into these concept means trapped gas bubbles means by using vapor phase oxidation technique or modified vapor phase techniques machineries, we just convert fiber free form into fiber core, required structure of fiber core. By the time, the unknowingly there are certain chances for mingle with our air content. Then unreacted starting material. Again, we are using well precised instruments by vapor phase oxidation technique process. Even though some unwanted, unexpected impurities also may be mingled with that preform material. So that's a very specific point over here. Unreacted material means unwanted content and it's like impurities. So crystallized regions, any one of these reasons, Mie scattering may be arises. Now let us discuss about nonlinear scattering losses. Optical power from one mode into another mode, that is represented as forward to backward direction in different frequency. Nonlinear scattering losses are more significant above the threshold power levels. And then nonlinear scattering effects are used obtaining optical gain in the optical amplifiers. Next, let us discuss stimulated Brownian scattering, which is represented by SBS. So, why that stimulated Brownian arises means, which is exists when light is modulated through thermal molecular vibrations within the fiber. So, we need to choose appropriate modulations techniques in our transmitter side and receiver side. We have been used appropriate demodulation scheme. That thing is very well aware about right from our first unit itself. During that modulation process, with respect to input signal by we achieving simply varying the how we achieve modulation process means, so we just simply varying the input signal we could achieve the modulation process. So by the time certain thermal molecular vibrations are arises, so these thermal molecular vibrations also may be one of the reason for stimulated Brownian scattering process. The scattered light is observed as upper and lower side bands which is separated from incident light by modulation frequency. So if I want to measure the threshold power from stimulated Raman scattering means P of R is equal to 5.9 into 10 to the power minus 12 d square lambda square alpha decibels, where d means core diameter, lambda means operating wavelength, alpha decibel means fiber attenuations. Then next let us discuss stimulated Raman scattering. So the stimulated Raman scattering mainly occur for with high frequency optical photon generated in scattering phenomena. So if I want to transmit much more high frequency signal through fiber optic cable means sometimes that some certain unwanted photon or unwanted losses may be arises, that is called the stimulated Raman scattering, which may be exist in forward and backward directions in the optical fiber. So compared to stimulated Brownian scattering, optical power threshold is 3 times higher than SBS. Threshold optical power is given by P of R is equal to 5.9 into 10 to the power minus 12 d square lambda square into alpha decibel. The unit representation is watts. Now let us look into structural attenuation range for single mode attenuation range and then multi-mode attenuation range. So in our x-axis let us discuss wavelength, in our y-axis let us represent as attenuation. So with respect to that wavelength, the losses will be also getting changed. So if you look into the explanation of above picture, previous picture means losses of multimode fibers are generally higher compared to single mode fibers. Why that losses are high in multimode single mode fiber means based on the top dopant concentrations. Dopant means adding impurities. Based on the dopant concentrations, scattering loss arising in much more high in multimode fiber. So in this slide, in this topic, what we discuss means, once I recap the things, scattering losses. Why the scattering losses are arising? Because of minute variations in material density, compositional fluctuations, very minute variations in compositional fluctuations, and then material density, then followed by refractive index variations. So these are all the major root cause for scattering losses arising. And then sometimes unreacted in the presence of unreacted material, then trapped gas bubbles also one of the reasons. So these are all the reasons for scattering losses. So we should be clear about to overcome those things in our design process itself. So for the purpose you are using that design equations as like single component equations as well as multi component equations. From that equation itself we clearly known about the ratio level. So according to that, according to the given ratio value, we need to select that particular composition of value alone. We should be clear about, we should be use very high precision machineries in order to avoiding the trapped gas bubbles and not avoiding that unreacted materials which is called as impurities. We should be keen about the process of fiber fabrication process. Then only we could overcome those issues. Thank you. This is our references, optical fiber communications by Gerard Kaiser, page number in between 102 to 104. Thank you.